Who is afraid of death? Written by MadanMohan Tarun, read by MadanMohan Tarun. My grandfather was crossing 96th year of his age, but never looked so old. His skin was tight and shining, eyes glowing. His body reflected strength. He was a man of playful nature in spite of being a Sanskrit scholar. He always said nothing should be taken as a burden. One should not care too much of one's life as it is fully equipped to take care of itself. He was very fond of Bhishma, a great hero of Mahabharata. He used to narrate last days of Bhishma in a dramatic way, how Bhishma refused to die till the sun made his progress to the north equator. I cannot forget the moment when he was dying. It was a classic moment. One day morning, after performing his daily puja, he asked me to call everybody of the family who was available at home and lie down in his bed. It was an unusual behavior. He never lied down in his bed in the morning unless he was seriously ill. He never called all family members together to him. To the best of my memory, he at times called Babuji to tell him something. However, I went to Babuji and conveyed what Baba had told me. He was surprised. He came to him immediately. Within no time, Baba was surrounded by all the members of family. Looking around, Baba asked me to bring my grandmother there. My grandmother was not well for quite some time. She was bedridden and unable to move herself. I, with the help of some family members, carried her with the cot and placed near Baba. She was vexed to see all the family members standing around and Baba lying down in the bed. She caught Baba's hand and asked, "Is it all right, everything? Why are you lying down here?" Baba said, "I am not lying down. I am taking a brief rest before starting for a long journey." By this time, Dadi had smelt the situation. She reacted crying. "Going alone on pilgrimage, leaving me alone here, so selfish." Baba cast his look on his life partner. With his tearful eyes, and said, "Have I ever remained without you? It is a matter of time. I will call you soon there." Dadi was crying, saying, "No, no, she will also go with him." Saying this, every member of family started crying. Babuji came near to him and started rubbing his soul. It was not an easy moment for me. I was unable to understand, after all, what is happening around here. My mind was full of disturbing questions. Is it a moment of death? So composed and so sure. How can one know about one's death, especially when one is looking enthusiastically fine? How can one remain so calm and cool if one knows that one is going to die? Baba called Babuji. Still closer and closer to him, Babuji did so. Catching his hand and giving a look at everyone around, Baba said, I am thankful to God for giving me such a loving and caring family. I have no regrets for anything. I led a fully satisfied life as we come to this world as per His desire. Equally, we have to go back also as and when His call comes. I see a new door opening before me and path of mist passing through it. Hearing this, Babuji started weeping. Baba kept his palm on his head and said, Gangadhar, it is not an occasion for weeping. I have spent more than 96 years on this earth. God has been very kind to keep me healthy all over my life. I have enjoyed every sound and scene of the nature with my head high and lips smiling. Raising his fingers towards the sky, he continued, the time of my final departure has arrived. He needs me there. I heard Baba further. It is just a transfer from one office to another. With these words, he looked towards the door in front and said, the vehicle that arrived, they are in hurry. Prepare for my journey and put me down on the earth. Till now, I was standing still in spite of those disturbing questions within me, but when Babuji called me to help him in taking Baba down from his cot to the earth, I could not stop myself and started crying while doing so. Dadi caught my hand and stopped me from taking him down. She was crying pathetically. It was unbearable and painful to us. My mother tried to console her, but Dadi could not bear this unimaginable situation. She fainted and had to be taken at the distance to save her from the further shocks. Baba could bear this situation with great difficulty. Baba was my hero. His wonderful way of narration of stories from Puranas, especially from Mahabharata, had created a personality in me. He was answer to all my questions. I was closer to him more than anybody. He was a broad-minded scholar. He never feared death. He always said, we should be honest to our duties, which saves us from any fear. It is only God under whom we work. We are born free souls and servants and no servants to anybody. These great words, filled with his hardcore conviction, always helped me in standing against all the odds of life. And today, the same philosophy my guide and hero was living with for leaving me forever. And today the same philosopher, my guide and hero, was leaving me forever. Oh, what a moment it was! My eyes were overflowing with tears continuously. I had no words. It was an unique moment which had arrived so fast without any prior notice. I was feeling myself left alone in the vast world. Even at this moment, Baba could notice my sufferings. He caught my hand firmly, looked at me, and said, "Weeping? Why? I will be just sitting in the next room of yours. Call me whenever you need me. Life is a limited presence and death is omnipresence. Death is omnipresent." He continued with a smile. Death is not fearsome thing in any way. Life and death are just shadows of each other. None of them end forever. When I am at home, you can see me at you can see me, and when I am out of home at some other place, you cannot see me. But in both the cases, I exist. At times visible to you, at times visible to others. These words consoled me. As he always conceived me with his wonderful ways of interpretation. The brilliant scholar is still in his full senses. I realized his supermost qualities remained still untouched. He was still a winner. This was my great Baba, the Kamaleshwar. Baba could read the glow of my eyes and was satisfied. By this time, all my family members had gathered around him. Baba consoled them all and asked Babuji to perform last ritual. Babuji never knew all these things. Baba guided him. He corrected Babuji while he was chanting mantras. As the ritual came to conclusion, his strong clutch of my hand started getting looser and looser, voice thinner and thinner. His whispering voice appeared as if coming through a deep den. A thick mist is covering everything faster and A thick mist is covering everything faster and faster. Faces are turning into shadows. Voices are not heard clearly, as if coming from far, far distance. Gradually, I am losing feeling of my body, legs, waist, chest. Words are unable to come out, stuck within the tongue and lips. With these words, his lips became stiff and mouth remained open without any activity. The traveler was out of his door.